is what we call
hater shit.
There is no better term.
You do that for me? Yeah, I'll throw her a gab. You stab me? Huh?
I guess she didn't know she was on mute. She's probably so mad. Congratulations, you passed. She passed as 80% or higher. She got 80%. She barely made it. What are we taking a test on? The AI. And adopting circular economy ideas, firms must... What is the basis of the food miles idea? Food transportation has a higher carbon for... Wait, towels. Okay. Programming for everybody, complete. Google cybersecurity, complete. AI for everyone, complete. What's the point of doing this again? $35 from the goal. Is it still not showing her Cash App? Nope. I drink between a liter and a gallon of water daily for breast milk supply, for hydration, for skincare, for detoxification. Yeah, especially for detoxification. 8:38 m. Wait a second, is that water in a carton? Please send the remaining money for the phone, breast milk bags, and underwear. You just had underwear too. We just saw that on your Amazon. Someone just got some jockeys. I need nursing bags and my phone bill money. This is redundant and abusive. May 28, 2024. Y'all people need to take a stand and stop sending her shit. AI. This emotion is called frustration.
Hi, sponsors. So the last, I don't even know, 2 months, it's been very difficult. It's taken a lot of effort, multiple days, a lot of redundancy, and numerous requests.
She is so disappointed in y'all. She is so disappointed and upset with her sponsors. Like, look how mad y'all have got her. Y'all better stop sending her shit.
Hi, sponsors. So the last, I don't even know, 2 months, it's been very difficult. It's taken a lot of effort, multiple days, a lot of redundancy, and numerous requests. I don't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy being a single mother in school full-time, working full-time.
What?
And, doing everything on my own, but I did it and I made it through.
Okay, and I'm sure people don't like spending their hard-earned money on people like you, but they do for some reason, and I hope to goodness gracious they stop.
So that I wouldn't be in situations like this. And so what I'm asking is that rather than punishing me for whatever's going on here, we all just come together and find a solution. If you wouldn't want
everyone come together to help Heather
to be where I'm sitting, do something about it. So the hope is when you're putting yourself through that intense amount of stress, working around the clock, barely sleeping so that you can make a better future, is that you will never have to be begging people, strangers online for enough money to pay your phone bill. So you will never be in a position with the United States government that you're not legally permitted to discuss. So that you will never be having your neck so stomped on that you cannot breathe. But here we are, and so that's the syntax error that I keep discussing. I went to school. I send out my resume regularly. I've applied at McDonald's. I've applied at Starbucks. I've applied for 6-figure incomes. And I've worked in a 6-figure annual salary job before. Commission job before. I worked at Northwestern Hospital for many years. I've proven myself time and time and time and time again, but here we are every single month, and it's like I'm reduced to this, which is that for a reason I'm not permitted to discuss, rather than being in receipt of welfare and being in my own home with my newborn, I'm sitting here being prevented from earning my own income, separated from my family still, having no criminal background, having no, record in any kind, being forced to take substance abuse classes when I've never had an addiction, and having to ask the sponsors over and over and over again for enough money to cover the cost for nursing bags for my breast milk so I could transport it to my child, and my phone bill to be paid so I can continue to stay in contact with these court people. What do you guys want from me? Why do you keep making me go through this? And it's like I was just telling Xavier, yeah, it's great to have a positive mindset and all, but it's also great to advocate for yourself. It's also great to call people out when you're being abused. It's also great to recognize when your human rights are being violated and say, hey, what's going on here? Can others look at my situation and tell me, am I wrong for feeling this way? And validate your feelings. So while I do agree that we should be positive and grateful and thank God for things, this is not any way that any human should be living. No human being should be subjected to not having enough, period. We live in an abundant society with enough food and enough transportation. We have cars, so many cars. Look at how many lots we have filled with cars that no one uses. But we still have people that have no transportation. Why? Why? We have people who don't have clothing. I myself personally have worked my entire life. My parents would give me a gift at Christmas, something modest, maybe like 3 designer outfits. And when I say designer, I mean like BB. Something from Von Maur, Macy's, higher quality, maybe 3 outfits a year. And I would treat them with such care and respect, and then fill in my wardrobe with like Target clothes or, stuff off of Amazon more recently, or, non-designer stuff, no name brand stuff. And I would take very, very good care of it. And I would respect my belongings, and I would be very grateful to have them. Everything has been taken from me, unlawfully at that, and with no response. So I'm sitting here day after day with the best positive attitude I can possibly have.
Not getting a job.
So I'm sitting here day after day with the best positive attitude I can possibly have, while also not allowing them to gaslight me into thinking that the situation is legal or acceptable. It's not. Nothing about it is. Nothing about it is. When they destroyed my apartment and everything in it, they took my baby books for my children. They took my furniture. They took my clothing, my photo albums, my memories, my life.
Who is that?
My life, the things that I worked for. I've been in the workforce since I was 15 years old.
I have not been working this whole entire time since you were 15, so knock it off. And then here we go with the crazy days. Keep yourself looking crazy.
Old. 15. I have been through it all. I have been human trafficked. I have been stabbed. I have been beat up. And guess what? All of that adversity, it began in the year 2019 when You Know Who came out and that reality show went on the air. So when you ask me why I have this chip on my block about those things, it's not a chip on the block. It's awareness. My eyes are open. I see you now. So, with no criminal record and no substance abuse issues, having already submitted on the record as well as here to social media a letter from my longtime private internal medicine doctor, private primary care physician, that I've never had substance abuse, that he's been my doctor for over 10 years, along with multiple letters of recommendation.
Have you told all these people that how much you huff duster, though, Heather?
Dozens and dozens of Airbnb reviews from long-term stays where I've lived with people for 30 days or longer. Even after submitting all of that, I'm still sitting here being prevented from earning my own income, being subjected to accepting whatever it is they'll allow me to have. That is not America. It's just not. And then we take it a step further, and even if I was someone, which I'm not, who had done something to disqualify them from earning their own income, We walk by these warehouse-style stores that are so overloaded with merchandise, they can't even find space for them. So many pants, they have to have storage in the back for more pants. But we have people walking around in dirty clothes.
So now she doesn't even care about a job. She wants some free pants.
Clothes with holes in them. I will never understand a society where we have abundance and we treat people like they are not worth even the bare minimum. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. And sometimes I question myself and I think, is it this mindset? Is that what puts the target on me? Am I supposed to be angry and ruthless and say, people don't deserve things unless they... I mean, what is it? And with that...
It's really honestly weird to me that she's sitting here this aggravated about something like that, but she can't put that energy onto changing her shit, like, for her kids. Like, that is just so weird to me. I will never understand it. Girl, we will never understand how you can't push through for your kids.
And with that being said, then I truthfully wonder if I will ever, find my way. And then we take it a step. And with that being said, then I truthfully wonder if I will ever, find my way. Because
we wonder the same thing.
If I will ever, find my way. Because I don't think I'm ever going to believe that people deserve to be treated this way. I don't think there's anyone who can convince me that this is acceptable. For anyone, not just for me, for anyone. There is no one in the world, I've said it a million times, if someone is so disgraceful, if they are so disgraceful that they don't deserve clean pants, just shoot them in the head, show mercy on them, and just get it over with. Just get rid of them. If a person does not deserve clean pants, they don't deserve to breathe in. That's it. It's as simple as that.
You are the weirdest, most cringy. You are not right in the head. Not right in the head at all. Like, I don't know what. Look at her eyes. Like, maniac. She's a maniac on the floor. And she's dancing like she's never danced before. She does look a little maniac, okay? She look a little crazy.
As long as we have people alive, they deserve clean pants, food, shelter, and minimum basic necessities.
Not everyone.
I mean, my God. My God.
Hey, see, look, this is the shit. That's why your face looks so stupid right now, you dumbass. Stop saying the Lord's name in vain. You such a fake ass bitch.
Because I'll tell you this, it takes a weak, sad man. You gotta be the saddest, weakest person.
Say it.
To feel better because someone else doesn't look as good as you, smell as good as you, is not as strong as you.
I'm so confused.
Where do they make all these haters at? Where do these haters come from? Can we send them back?
You sound like a hater. What are you talking about? Someone's mad because other people don't smell as good as he does? That's all I got. That's all I heard. You're big mad. Why are you so mad? No donations? Every time I pause it, her face is just like... Usually, sometimes I feel bad because I'm not trying to clown her like that. Sometimes I'm like, haha, bitch. That's what you get for being ugly inside.
In bulk, to scale, wherever they came from. If I see someone with a shopping bag, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could have went shopping with them. Never once do I think, well, they shouldn't be able to go shopping. Never. I think we should all...
Who are you talking? Oh my gosh. Her face. I am loving this. Oh, yes. That one's the gold. Damn it. I forgot what I was going to say now. You and your fucking faces get me every time. I don't remember.
I'll be able to go shopping.
Oh, now I know. Why is she so mad? Why is she so mad? Was someone talking about her shopping? Like, what are you talking about, Heather? Like, she's so mad and she's taking out on everything that does not make sense.
If somebody gets a job, I'm like, damn, that person, they got a job and they don't even have an education. That must mean a job is definitely on the horizon for me. But then you make me wait 5 years and still don't give me a job. And
that's exactly why Instagram cut your ass off. We so tired of you.
And let's please continue to teach the terms gaslight and scapegoat. Because there are so many times that circumstances, environmental or otherwise, don't allow a person to do the right thing, and they are just so eager to look around them and see who they can choose to make feel bad or blame.
Heather, are you guilty because you know you're not doing the right thing? Where's Xavier? Obviously, they're still good because I don't think he would be up on the bed frame in that picture still. She would have ripped that bitch off.
For the shit that really is no one's fault. Why can't society be okay understanding that most things...
Look, she done said it. It's no one's fault. It ain't even their fault no more. It's no one's fault.
For the shit that really is no one's fault. Why can't society be okay understanding that most things are no one's fault?
But that's exactly what you do. I mean, besides most of the time it's your fault. But even if it was just shit happens, you always blame it on they or somebody. But it's never your fault. But now all of a sudden, no one can blame anyone. I want to know what she's so mad about. I want her to really let it out. Really let it out, girl. Come on. Put your record on. I want to hear it.
She's not taking the blame. Why are they always looking for someone to blame? Well, she's not taking the blame. Well, maybe because she didn't do anything.
Are you talking about yourself? Heather's not taking the blame. We all know you're not taking the blame. Maybe because I didn't do anything. Oh my gosh, you always be talking about yourself.
Are they always looking for someone to blame? Well, she's not taking the blame. Well, maybe because she didn't do anything. The fuck? I don't remember how I said it, but I was talking about how I've already solved all the world's problems.
She said, I already solved all the world's problems. Heather solved all the world's problems beside her own problems.
But I was talking about how I've already solved all the world's problems. Giving people enough solves almost every single problem that we have. And forcing people to live in lack is what causes people to act out of emotion and stockpile things and hoard things and, defend things with their life or with violent force. Like, if someone breaks in and tries to steal something from someone who's worked their entire life for it, who's done without for so long, they're the first ones to pull a trigger. The first ones. You know why? Because they're literally living in the trauma of lack. Lack is trauma.
Why is this a thing? Like, why are you... It's like she really is trying to sign people up. Like, there's like a fucking petition out there she wants us to fucking sign. So everyone can get universal income so she could fix her fucking issues by us signing something. Like, you are... How did you would save so much time if you just got a job? I feel like she think her life would be boring if she had a job. No kids, no house, just living on the street because you always need drama or some shit going on in your life. Just give it up and get a job. It's getting weird. Hey, look, your tooth kind of looks white kind of here.
Not having enough is trauma. You know, that the person that you say you can take whatever you want in the store, they're like, what? They will go there and grab every toilet paper, a million socks.
Trauma. You're really downgrading. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be graphic. And I'm trying to just, give y'all time to exit if you need to or fast forward because I don't understand. I'm sorry. But for someone who has been beaten and raped, for you to use trauma so loosely as if we don't have enough of something that's traumatizing, that is really weird to me because I would never say not having enough of something is traumatizing, especially something materialistic. And that's what you're talking about. Is anything that you have to pay for or buy, you get traumatized if you don't have enough of it. But then you also want us to believe all these things happened to you and you actually got traumatized. I honestly don't know if there's someone out there, because I damn sure could not sit here and say that's traumatizing if I don't have enough of something after I've actually been traumatized from real fucking shit. That's some weird shit. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Lack is trauma. Not having enough is trauma. You know, that the person that you say you can take whatever you want in the store, they're like, what? They will go there and grab every toilet paper, a million socks. You walk in their house, they have so much stuff piled up. That's from when they were poor, when they were living in lack, when they did not have. They're afraid. They are afraid. Give people enough. When you give people enough always, when you always give people access to whatever it is that they need at all times, they're not going to stockpile anymore. They're not going to go to the store and pile up because they know with confidence.
Like, Instagram done tired of her. I know, I'm tired of her too. She's so aggravating. She really be stressing me out. I'm not reading no recommendation letter. No, I'm not doing it. Insert this one cracks me up because it still says insert name / organization here. She didn't even finish it. And yes, I said she because I don't believe her. Okay, Turning Point USA says, why do you think global birth rates are plummeting so much? There aren't enough babies. It's going to change everything. Oh my gosh, it has dropped. That's crazy. She said, good parents are being separated from their children. Idiots are financing their solo vacations and buying $1,200 hair extensions because their happiness is all that they have the ability to perceive, and the collective laws and regulations that don't directly apply or impact them get ignored completely. Oh, girl. Sponsors, we are still $35 short of the $100 goal. Any amount is helpful, even just $1, and sign up takes less than 2 minutes.
We are still at 35 out of 60. No.
Girl, pull your shirt down. She says sponsors. Where you at?
We are still at 35 out of 60. No, 65.
See, she can't keep up with her lies. Why are you such a pathological liar? Psychotic bitch.
We are still at 35 out of 60. No, 65 received, 35 left out of 100 for the goal. Please, you guys, anything helps. $1, $5, $10, $20, $35, $1,000.
Yeah.
And Cash App's limits are $4,000 a week. So if you're feeling extra generous,
No, she didn't. Girl, you silly.
There's $1,000, and Cash App's limits are $4,000 a week. So if you're feeling extra generous, $4,000. Click the link.
Why she looks so different? Oh, she's on a kick with these shorts. I have had the same Facebook since Facebook was a thing. I have documented the births of all 4 of my children there and many personal milestones as well as so many memories with my babies. You had Facebook whenever your oldest was born? First, they did this with my original IG, One Heather G. Now Facebook, please God, do not let them.
This is going to be saved for myself. Facebook, or I received an email from someone, either Facebook or someone presenting themselves as Facebook, stating that if I did not authenticate my Facebook account by the 28th of the month, which is in 2 days, 3 days, 2 or 3 days, and do so with 2-factor authentication by downloading either Duo or Google Authenticator, which I did, that my Facebook app would be locked, or I would not have access to it. I've had the same Facebook since 2006, I believe.
Stop.
I literally gave birth to my oldest, Viviana, and then Lewis, and then Alexis, and then Weston, and all 4 births are documented on Facebook. I've only had the same one account the entire time. It is now locked. They forced me to submit my ID, which I did, and they said that they'll have a decision in 48 hours. A decision on what?
She's on YouTube saying, Facebook, please let me back into my account. And all the pics of my kids are in a private file that only I can view.
And why is Facebook so important to me? Well, because I have 4 children and my apartments were flooded, and my children's baby books, their baptism records. At baptism, I dressed them in like a white tuxedo for my son and a white like formal gown for both of my daughters. Weston has not yet had his baptism, but all of those things, the actual tuxedo, the gown, the candle that they light, the program from the baptism, the baby books that I've made them, all the photos of their milestones, that was all destroyed in the flood of my apartment, the 2 floods. Whatever was left was brought to Aunt Diane, rest in peace, to Aunt Diane's basement, which ultimately was Stacy's house. And if you guys have been following since Love After Lockup, you know that that's where I had to put all my stuff after the flood, and it's all gone, all of it. So Facebook is the only like memory I have of everything. That's all I have left. Cybersecurity certificate, cybersecurity terms and concepts. Compliance, the process of adhering to internal standards and external regulations and enables organizations to avoid fines and security breaches. Is any of this relevant anymore? Because if we're really talking about it, I know for a fact that my accounts have been hacked and attacked from many, many sources a number of times. But no matter how many times I file an electronic police report about it, there has been zero resolution. So that's what struck my interest in cybersecurity courses to begin with. I figured if they're not going to help me figure it out, I'll figure it out on my own. It's proven to be a little bit more difficult than that, so I'm just going over the terminology still. You guys, look at my babies. Guess what? Facebook fixed my account. Thank God. Nothing like having a small heart attack in the morning to wake you up. I am so grateful to social media. I know there are so many people, especially from like my parents' age demographic, my dad especially, who are like, keep your life off social media, blah, blah, blah. But it's truly like, it's like everything for me right now. Like I made my kids very detailed baby books and they were destroyed. So having those memories and those photos in a cloud-based software that I can access from any device, that's everything to me. Okay, so this is what I was discussing with regards to AI. Adverse uses of AI, deep fakes, synthesized video of people doing things they never did, undermining of democracy and privacy, oppressive surveillance, generating fake comments. You see it all the time on social media. Spam versus anti-spam, and fraud versus anti-fraud. Efforts to allow would be spam, anti-spam efforts to prevent spam. Efforts to allow fraud versus efforts to prevent fraud. Anti-fraud versus fraud. In developing economies, leapfrog. So the point of entry is, this is where we're going.
We're jumping on a trampoline, it looks like.
This is where we are. People and their entry-level jobs are being replaced by AI, blocking the point of entry, so we have to trampoline them up. And here's some examples of that. Mobile phones, mobile payments, online educations, those entry-level positions and responsibilities are being replaced.
Plastic surgery / med spas gift certificates are welcome. Are you serious? I ain't never in my life.
So if you guys want to give gift certificates, any sort of plastic surgery. I don't want actual plastic surgery, but cool sculpt and Botox are always fabulous to have.
Perspective. If you have money for Botox, why can't you feed the needy?
And now we're discussing why influencers and people who take care of people.
She definitely took her medicine.
are underserved or not as privileged would require plastic surgery, which I think is a fantastic topic for discussion. And the answer is because we live in a society where we definitely judge people based on how they live. People are withheld from or offered opportunity based on how they live, who they know, etc., and so forth. And so therefore, people have to make sure that they take care of things like this. If you've ever been judged or mistreated based on how you look, then I feel really bad for you. It's really, really sad. I myself have gone through that. Best hibachi in Chicago.
I thought we were gonna slip and see Xavier, but we haven't yet.
If you're looking for somewhere to stay in Chicago, I don't know about a loft, but the Ivy Boutique behind it, that's the win. Hands down. The best boutique hotel in Chicago, the Ivy Boutique.
Looking for a rooftop outdoor pool? Doubletree by Hilton. They also offer daytime use via day use for fun summer swims at the fraction of the usual rate.
And if you're looking for a hotel with a rooftop outdoor pool, none other than the classic Doubletree on Fairbanks. They have a rooftop pool, one of the only hotels I know of with an outdoor rooftop pool in the entire city of Chicago.
May 26, 2024. Heather Gillespie, 14 weeks postpartum, 40 pounds up.
It's May 26th, 2024. I'm 3 months and 2 weeks postpartum from having Weston. And I'm still about 40 pounds heavier than I was when I started. Before I got pregnant. It's Heather Gillespie. Checking in.
Why is she so out of breath?
You guys, look at this beautiful mural in front of Starbucks, Michigan Avenue across from Northbridge. Someone hated on it. Why do people do stuff like that? That's a beautiful mural. Why do they do that? You guys, look at this beautiful mural in front of Starbucks, Michigan Avenue across from Northbridge. Someone hated on it. Why do people do stuff like that? That's a beautiful mural. Why do they do that? You guys, look at this beautiful mural.
I'm so curious how she was talking to this guy whenever the camera was not on. Because you could tell they were talking, and they were about it. They were looking at it together. And she ignored him for a second so she could record it. But once she turned it off, I'm curious what they were talking about.
In front of Starbucks, Michigan Avenue across from Northbridge. Someone hated on it. Why do people do stuff like that? That's a beautiful mural. Why do they do that?
Okay, here we go. Xavier and I would put a tent here when it snowed or rained, including through my entire pregnancy with the baby.
Xavier and I spent 1 year in a tent outside. We used to be right here whenever it would snow or rain, and neither one of us have drug or substance problems.
Why would you say that? Why only someone who had drugs or substance abuse problems would say something like that? That had nothing. You just started off with a tent and then you ended up with that. So now, yeah, put it together and that's the truth. What, Heather? Like people just gotta listen. You always be telling on yourself.
Xavier and I spent 1 year in a tent outside. We used to be right here whenever it would snow or rain, and neither one of us had drug or substance problems. Isn't that wild? And I would go live all the time and ask for help, and no one helped us over a year.
The Gwen is my all-time fave hotel in the entire city of Chicago.
And if you're just looking for a standard, super fabulous hotel, the Gwen is my always favorite.
Do Right Chicken, Billy Goat Tavern. Half burger, half chicken sandwich, plus 15 miles of cardio this week, and 500 to 700 calories burned each day from breastfeeding / pumping. It looks like the sponsors are back. That's what she said. Really? What happened to them?
And Xavier and I shared.
Again, Always eating better. That looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty good.
And Xavier and I shared a burger from Billy Goat Tavern and a chicken sandwich from Do Right Chicken. They were both delicious.
People post the bar, they post the club. Let me see your church, bro.
I go to church here at St. James on Sundays. Beautiful cathedral.
What does that say? Something wearable breast pump from Amazon. Wearable breast pump arrived. Thank you, sponsors. The Medela still works, but I need a backup pump. Who usually has a backup pump? Like, that is crazy to me. And then she wants to try to pretend she's like a little influencer. Let's watch her. Happy Memorial Day 2024.
So you guys know that I breastfeed Weston Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm only able, since I don't have a freezer, to pump the milk and keep it for him Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Well, and Thursday and Friday nights. But the point is, since I don't have a freezer, all of the milk that I pump Friday PM, Saturday during the day, and Sunday AM, I either throw away or just put in like a large bottle to measure and make sure I'm making enough, because I don't have a freezer here. So I was thinking about taking a bath with it.
Never even thought of that.
I've been having like some irritation on the backs of my shoulders, and I think I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. This is the milk that I bring. I store it this way in the breast milk bags, and then this is the pump and dump milk. Just
Pump and
because I
dump.
don't have.
Pour it on me, babe. Pour it on me. Hey, breast milk does help a lot of things with babies.